Khmer proverbs. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. A Khmer proverb saying that if the culture dies, so does the nation. If the culture is splendid, so is the nations. So allow me to pay my high respect to Mr. Lina Wood, Deputy Directors of BELTEI Groups and the Senior Vice President of BELTEI International University, and respectful adjudicators, BELTEI Management Team, lecturers, and beloved schoolmates. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Melvin Locke, and I'm one of the speakers today who's going to present my topic is, what are the differences between Cambodian cultures and Western culture, and how to preserve your own cultures? But before we move on deeply to the heart of my speech today, allow me to define some keywords first. There are two keywords that I'm going to define. The first one is cultures, ladies and gentlemen. Cultures means that one of the identity of each country which resemble arts, customs, and the lifestyle of a particular society and nations. And moving on to the second keyword is preserve. To preserve means to keep something as it is, especially to prevent it before like being damaged or destroyed. So ladies and gentlemen, we can understand that every country has its own identity which resemble different cultures. But the thing is that, how about Cambodian and Western cultures? Of course, they are different in terms of like greeting, clothing, dancing, or maybe ceremony, so on and so far. But the thing is that there must be some side effects that we today even raise as an issue today between the two cultures, that to come up with the solution, the method to preserve our own cultures, ladies and gentlemen. So in order to do that, I have come up with two main practical methods, which is C and A. So moving on to the first method is, letter C, is cultural literacies. Ladies and gentlemen, before we preserve our own culture, we have to bring the awareness that our culture exists. As Cambodian citizens, there should be a cultural education which enable us to know and be familiar of what we have. There should be a site, a community of forums which like for FEA, free and easy access for both local and international. And also our parents, lecturers, teachers can be an important role to guide the children, the student, not to lose themselves completely to the other countries. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the 21st century. We can take advantage of the modern technologies to spread our knowledge. Like we can create like a short cultural videos. It can be animation or cartoon or even competitions to allow them to participate and make the achievement for the next generation to keep. So we make the environment more teachable, fun and entertaining at the same time. And moving on to the last keyword, which is letter A, is the attractiveness. So after we preserve our own culture, we need to remind them, but we have to like find the root cause, like through entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. I have found out that from the popularity and attractiveness of celebrity can be used as to promote our cultures as the reminders, ladies and gentlemen. It can be through music, it can be a concert, and fortunately, our BELTEI International University have gained one big achievement too to represent our culture, which was MCF, the Multicultural Festival. So ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the good example, good role models for us to start thinking that, oh, our culture is very important, ladies and gentlemen. So in conclusions, I believe that with my two main methods, CA, the cultural literacy and attractiveness, will be able to preserve our own cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, let's support and be proud of our own cultures, which is Cambodian culture. If we do not care now, then who? If not starting from all of you, then who? So remember everyone, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, are the lead of our countries. So everyone, are you proud of being Cambodians? If yes, please give a round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mapulong. You have 40 seconds to answer the question from each judge.
Yes.
Respected Mr. Leaderwood, good afternoon, contestant.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Do you think that some aspects of traditional Cambodian culture
Yes.
is starting to decrease in a modern world?
Thank you, sir. Of course, this is why we have raised as the preservation a method to bring back our own culture. Because I have found out with some root causes, like why our Cambodian youth, Cambodian teenagers have been like left our culture behind. So I found out that it is through the entertainment, like they got like influenced by other cultures. For example, like movies. Like, does anybody know Annabelle's? Yeah. Yes. Some of them are big fan. But how about Cambodian cultures? Of course, there's a lot of movies which represent our cultures. Yes. We should start taking care of our own culture now. Thank you. Yes.
Respect to Mr. Leaderwood and all management team. But look, do you think is it good, okay, to preserve our own culture by not doing any cultural exchange with other country?
Thank you. I don't think this is a good way not to exchange. Of course, for example, like we, like BELTEI have transferred or have conducted exchange program, of course, to learn about other cultures, like why they got more influence to our cultures. And this is also the best way to promote our cultures, like globalized to the other world. We Cambodian have our own identity too. We have our own culture. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mapulong, for your interesting speak for us.